Hey everybody, how's it going today? Good to be back. I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while. I've been sick and it's really good to be back after being sick. But I tried to make a few videos for you. You can go check them out. One is on editing softwares for PC and another one is top 10 best games for the Wii U. But today, during the past 2 weeks when I was sick, something before the Nintendo Switch was even revealed, which I'm so glad that presentation finally happened, thank God. Something happened. IGN did a podcast, and oh my God, did they just choose to shit all over the Switch and all over Nintendo. And it made a lot of people really, really mad at them. And we're going to dissect every false thing that they said right now. So, without further ado, let's dive into the shit pile!
I will say that we are now firmly in the same place where you can look at like the image for the Sonic the Hedgehog cycle and you can put Nintendo consoles in there.
What? Did he just say what I think he said?
We are now firmly in the same place where you can look at like the image for the Sonic the Hedgehog cycle and you can put Nintendo consoles in there.
He did. He just said that you can put Nintendo consoles in the same boat as Sonic the Hedgehog these days. Well, I got one very important question for him, which is, what fucking universe are you from? Nintendo consoles, oh yeah, they're so irrelevant that Microsoft and Sony feel the need to copy them because they're so fucking irrelevant. You don't believe me, do you? Because you're from the universe where Microsoft invented the NES and Sony invented the Xbox. And maybe in your universe, Nintendo invented the PlayStation. Oh, wait a minute. That actually happened. My bad. But yeah, how in the world is even Sonic irrelevant? There's a great Sonic game of Sonic Mania coming up. Sonic Colors, Sonic Lost World. Yeah, you might be talking about Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. Those are horrific. But there's good Sonic games still coming out. What do you mean Sonic's irrelevant and you could put Nintendo consoles in the same boat as Sonic the Hedgehog? What fucking universe do you come from? But let's continue.
Because I think we all have done that thing now where we've been like, this is the one, this is going to be the system that revolutionizes everything. This is going to be the one that gets all the third-party support in the world.
What do you mean? The Wii U did have third-party support for a while. And yeah, it was disappointing, but guess what? Yeah, it is going to get all the third-party in the world. Have you seen the fucking list of all the people that are signed up for the Switch and that there's over, what'd they say, 80 games in development? There wouldn't be this many fucking people on the list to develop third-party games on the Switch if it wasn't powerful enough. What is wrong with you? We've already been confirmed that Skyrim Remastered is coming to the Switch. And I know you are like, oh no, it's going to be a port of the PS3 version. No! Here's a screenshot of Skyrim Remastered side by side with the 360 and the PS3. And you can see the difference here of the remastered version clearly. Now look at this picture of the Switch. That is clearly Skyrim Remastered, which means it is either on par with the Xbox One and PS4 or more powerful. I'm inclined to be it's somewhere between the two. But don't tell me there's no third parties coming. That is absurd. Have you seen the fucking list? Compare it to the Wii U's announcement picture of the third parties that were on board with it. You need to do some more fucking research, mister.
And then the specs come in, and then like the battery life come in, and like all the other stuff starts coming in, and you start realizing that to have a system like this that can't maximize the hardware capabilities that that its siblings can in the console wars, it means that you have a lot of companies and developers sacrificing their vision to port a game to this platform, and thus won't.
What specs are you talking about? We don't know anything about the fucking specs yet. Nothing. We don't even know if it's the X1. We don't know if it's the X2. We don't know if it's the frickin' Pascal. Nintendo never revealed their fucking specs, you dumbass. What are you talking about? The specs have come in. They are not in. We don't have any specs for this thing. Why are you making it... Everyone is going off of the fact that it's an X1. Well, guess what? I guarantee you, next to promise, that it's not the X1. The X1 is old and cannot port games of PS4. And even if it is the X1, so what? You know what? I buy Nintendo consoles to play some awesome games, not for how pretty they are. But I'm getting off track here. What specs are you talking about? We don't have the specs. Asshole.
Plus, you couple that with the fact that Nintendo fans historically do not buy third-party games and never will, no matter how much they say or pretend they will. And this will largely be another system that plays a couple of awesome Mario games, a couple awesome Zelda games, a couple awesome, Animal Crossing, or what have you. Nintendo first-party games. And you'll get some cool, quirky, weird third-party stuff. And they'll be able to drag and drop a bunch of stuff from last gen and make it portable for the first time ever, which would be really cool to play sort of like, Watch Dogs or Skyrim or something like that anywhere you go. But mostly... it's another Nintendo console, like it or not, and I think in 3 or 4 years they'll be scratching their heads trying to figure out what's next.
Nintendo fans, we don't buy third-party games. Well, I'm a Nintendo fanboy, and I can tell you right now, I have bought third-party games. Bayonetta 2 isn't a Nintendo game. That's a third-party game by Platinum Games. Sonic Boom, terrible game, but guess what? Third party. Hyrule Warriors, not a Nintendo game. Third party by Team Ninja. Don't tell us we don't buy third party. And if you want a big one? Smash Brothers is actually a third party game. It's not made by Nintendo themselves. It's made by a company that is third party strictly to Nintendo, but is not owned by Nintendo. So I don't know what you're talking about. Let me show you. See this? This is a lot of my Wii U games. And guess what? Hyrule Warriors, third-party game. Minecraft Wii U Edition, third-party game. Sonic Lost World, third-party game. Bayonetta 2, third-party game. Guitar Hero Live, third-party game. 007 Legends, third-party game. Mass Effect 3, third-party game. Batman Arkham City Armored Edition, third-party game. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, third-party game. Mighty Number 9, third-party game. Call of Duty Ghosts, third-party game. Star Wars, Force Awakens Lego, third-party game. Don't tell me Nintendo fans don't buy third-party games. We buy third-party games.
I'm a little worried about this one. I think Nintendo needs a big win after the Wii U.
They do.
You know, in the console in the console market. Yes, they've broken to mobile, but that didn't do well with their investors. You know, and I'm really, really hoping that the Switch does well. But there's so many ways it could fail. The battery life could be too little. The peripherals could be, you know, janky and not work that well. And that's what worries me about this platform.
What do you mean janky controllers and peripherals? What do you mean? Oh yeah, that Wii U gamepad looks really janky, doesn't it? Oh, those Wii remotes. Those look janky, don't they? No, they're solidly built even though they don't work well. Oh, that GameCube controller looks awfully janky, doesn't it? That's one of the best controllers of all time. Super Nintendo! Janky controller, huh? Nope. In fact, all you PlayStation lovers, that's what the DualShock 4 and all the other PlayStation controllers are built from. 4 buttons. D-pad. L and R buttons. Now, I'll give it to you. The N64 controller is a little janky because the joystick breaks. But that was the first analog stick when they first were figuring out how that's done. Give me a break. My NES controllers from back in the day still work. Awfully janky, aren't they? No. You know what breaks more often than any of those? PlayStation controllers. In your face. I have 2 friends who have both had to buy a brand new PlayStation 4 controller because one, it wouldn't work anymore, and the other, those amazing shoulder and trigger buttons stick. If you ask me, that's janky.
And then we're seeing, like, when it runs on the screen, it runs at a lower FPS than it does when it's docked. I mean, like, all that stuff is super concerning this early. And I know there's a big event coming up on the 12th, and we're going to know more.
Yeah, we're going to know more in about a week and a half. Yeah.
What do you mean lower frames per second when undocked? We saw footage of the gameplay of Zelda Breath of the Wild live on television. It ran the same. What are you talking about? And recently at the Switch release, people were able to play the Switch, and they said it's exactly the same. What the hell is your problem? Whatever. Let's just continue on.
But Nintendo always does this thing, and I've noticed this as a lifelong Nintendo fan, is like they have an announcement or there's a rumor or there's something like that, and then all of a sudden you start to see all the holes in it. It sounds like the greatest thing in the world.
What flaws? The only reason you can't get them is not because there's flaws, it's because there's crooked people out there.
Hey, there's a new blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's this hole. Like the NES Classic. You're like, oh, this thing looks awesome. Oh, you can't pre-order it. Oh, you have to get up to reset it.
Yeah.
Oh,
the cord is
the
2 feet
cords
long.
are 3 feet long. Yeah. So it's basically just like, it's like 1 step forward, 10 steps back every single time.
Yeah.
The NES Classic, as you so mentioned, you couldn't get it because all the scalpers got it and sold them for multiple bucks, more than they're worth, on eBay and Amazon and shit like that. It's not because the fans all got them. That's ridiculous.
They're like, hey, Super Mario Run, it's going to be this, and this. Oh, it's $9.99. Oh, it's always online. Oh, it's only 24 levels.
What do you mean Super Mario Run? What's wrong with $10 for Super Mario Run? It's a full-fledged Mario game. Oh, it only has 24 levels. Oh yeah? Well, guess what? That's a full-fledged Mario game. That's about it. I can't believe how stupid you guys are. You think $10 for a full-fledged Mario game is a bad price when they're not charging you extra dollars once you buy it? Well, I want to show you something. I have 2 Mario games for my Wii U. I have New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U with it. It's that one. And Super Mario 3D World. Both are on the Wii U. Guess how much each of these cost? $10 for a full-fledged Mario game? Nope. $60 a piece. So don't tell me for a Mario game $10 is too much money. It's not. That is a bargain.
Yeah. So cautious optimism on this one. How do you feel about it, Max?
I want it to be great. I want it to be awesome. I really wish that this could be the thing where, you know, Nintendo goes, oh, okay, we'll sort of toe the line now, and we'll, you know, get people back on board with, you know, just get some third party stuff on there. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's weird to think that games I love on like Sony platforms started out on Nintendo. You know, like I love the PlayStation because it's kind of the Super Nintendo, which the N64 wasn't. You know.
Did you just say what I think you said?
Yeah. Like, I love the PlayStation because it's kind of the Super Nintendo.
Oh.
The Super Nintendo.
Stop.
The Super Nintendo.
No.
The Super Nintendo.
That does it. That does it. The PlayStation is not the Super Nintendo. Nintendo invented the fucking PlayStation, you moron! It's not the Super Nintendo! The games are 100% different. And if you want to say the original is, well, guess what? The N64 is a more powerful system than the original PlayStation. And the games look better on the N64. I can't take any more of this. I'm sorry. I gotta stop before I have a heart attack. Retro Davo out. Oh. Fuck IGN.